Hello, my name is Christy, and this is the lesson 10 worksheet for YLOC. So the first worksheet asks us to fill in the blank with greater than, less than, or equal to. So if you look at number 1, between the two numbers 29 and 43, you have to see which number is smaller. And as you can see, we know that number 29 is the smaller number, so that means that the arrow would be pointing towards the 29, because when it's like that, then the smaller part of the triangle shape is pointing towards the smaller number. Or you can also think of it as an alligator wanting to eat the greater number. So let's say like this is the alligator, and then there's number 63 and 24. Because 63 is greater and the alligator is hungry, the alligator wants to eat the bigger number. So you can think of it like that. So for number 2, between the two numbers 26 and 20, the alligator wants to eat the bigger number, and over here the bigger number is 26, so the bigger side would be more towards the 26. 49 and 95, so 49 is less than 95. 6 is equal to 6 because they are the same number, so they have the same values. And then 50 and 5, 5 is obviously the smaller number, so the alligator would want to eat the 50. Last one on this page, 26 and 36. 36 is the greater number between the two, so the alligator would want to eat the 36. Okay, next page, division. Okay, so this is kind of like multiplication, except the opposite. So that doesn't really make sense, but basically you would have to do 45 divided by 5. It's kind of something that you use with memorization, but another way to think of division is 5 times what would equal 45. So for 5 times, so you would say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. When you count by 5s and reach 45, you see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would mean that 5 times 9 would equal 45, and to fill in the blank 45 divided by 5, your answer would be 9. So for number 2, 15 divided by 5 is the same thing as 5 times what equals 15. And as we know, 5 times 3 equals 15, so your answer would be 3. Let me box these answers. Okay, 6 divided by 6. So when you divide a number by itself, you get 1. Like, no matter what number it is. If it's 8 divided by 8, you get 1. If it's 1,000 divided by 1,000, then you get 1. So no matter what, if you divide a number by itself, you get the number 1. 20 divided by 5 is the same thing as 5 times what equals 20, and we know that 5 times 4 is 20, so that means 4 is the answer. 1. And then 12 divided by 3 times what equals 12, we know that the answer is 4 again. 10 divided by 2 times what equals 10. So basically what you do is you put the smaller number times something equals the bigger number. So in this case, the answer would be 5. So let's see, for example, number 7. So you would put the smaller number times what would equal the bigger number, which is 30. And we know that 30 divided by 2 is 15. 2 times 15 is 30, so that means 30 divided by 2 would equal 15. 18 divided by 2, the smaller number times what equals 18, and we know that 9 times 2, we know that 9 times 2 is 18, so the answer would be 9. You can also do long division, but I think it's just easier to memorize these smaller ones. Like for something like I don't know, we'll just do long division for number 10. So 7 divided by 21. So when you do long division, you would do, how many times does 7 go into 2? But it doesn't, right? So then you move on to the next number and you say, how many times does 7 go into 21? And you realize that 7 times 3 is 21, so it goes into 21 3 times, so your answer would be 3. Okay, let's see, I think number 13. So when you when a number is being divided by 1, then the answer is the number. So number 13, the answer would be 155. Let's say it was 5 divided by 1, then the answer would be 5. So yeah. Okay, next worksheet, multiplication. Okay, you guys are probably pros at this now because it's been on every single worksheet, but I'll just go through them quickly. So 5 times 2 is 10, 9 times 8 is 72, 5 times 6 is 30, 4 times 10 is 40, 14, 25, 12, 6, 10, 27, 24, 9, 16, 35, 27, 24, 40, I think. 9 times 3, 27, 8, and 48. Okay, next next worksheet. Word problems. Mark learned 350 words out of the 1,000 words in his Chinese character book. How many characters does he have left to learn? So there's originally 1,000 characters, but he's already learned 350. So you subtract 350 from 1,000. 0 minus 0 is 0. You can't do 0 minus 5, so you change that to a 10 by bringing over a 1 from here, but you can see that the number over here is 0, so you'd have to bring over a 1, and this would become 10, right? But then since you brought over 1 to this one, you cross out the 10 and this becomes a 9. So 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 3 is 6, so the answer would be 650 characters left. Okay, number 2. There are a total of 50 states in the United States. Johnny has been to 38 of them. How many states has he not been to yet? So out of the 50 states in the United States, he's been to 38. So you subtract 38 from 50. This turns into a 10, 4. 10 minus 8 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. So the answer would be 12 states. Eric knows how to speak 5 languages. He learns how to speak 2 more languages, but forgets a language he hasn't spoken in a while. How many languages can Eric speak now? So he originally knows how to speak 5, but then he learns how to speak 2 more, so 5 plus 2 would equal 7. And then he forgets a language he hasn't spoken in a while, so you would have to do 7 minus 1, and that equals 6. So 6 languages would be your answer. Don't forget to write your units because a lot of teachers all teachers want you to write your units. Jessie bought 15 textbooks to study for her upcoming exam. She finishes 5 of them and loses 2 of them while on the bus ride home. How many textbooks does she have left to study? So she originally has 15 and she finishes 5 of them. So 15 minus 5 equals 10. And then she loses 2 more of them while on the bus ride home, so 10 minus 2 equals 8, so she has 8 textbooks left to study. Textbooks is our unit. Okay, last one. Sam buys mochi ice cream that costs $15 for each box. If he buys a total of 5 boxes, how much money has he spent on mochi ice cream? So each box costs $15, and he buys a total of 5 boxes, which means you would have to do 15 times 5. So this is not in like the original numbers that people memorize because people usually memorize up to 12. So we would have to do long division. So 5 times 5 is 25. So you put the 5 down there and then you bring the 2 up to the tens place. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 2 would equal 7. So the answer would be $75 has been spent on mochi. I hope you get everything now, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. Bye!